Alright, welcome back everybody. As you can see, we have some snow. It actually snowed December 1st. And we got about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches of snow. But then it warmed up and it's basically all melted. There is some ice on the ground. It's supposed to snow next week. Anyway, I wanted to show this video. I don't know if I have done a video about this barrel, this water barrel yet. This is a 55-gallon food grade water barrel. And we are using it for watering all of the animals because we don't want to use hoses anymore, because hoses freeze and then they kink and break, and we just want to eliminate hoses and use this barrel. We have been using it for about like a month, I think. It works pretty good. But the only thing is you just have to have a four-wheeler to drive it around so you can move the barrel around and stuff. And yeah, but all we did is these lids, right here. These lids have I think that's a 1/2 inch. I can't remember what it is. It's either a 1/2 inch or a inch. And then we got like a 1 inch piece of, I think 1/2 inch or an inch pipe. Pretty sure it's 1/2 inch. Inch or 1/2 inch. What does it say on this PVC? It should say PVC ball valve. Huh, I don't know. Anyway, there's a 1 inch piece what connects up. You have to drill out the inside, and there's threads what are inside these. You gotta drill that out and put a 1 inch to, then you gotta get one of these like 1 inch ball valves. I think this is a 1/2 inch, I don't know. 1 inch, it's 1 inch wide, and I think it's a 1/2 inch piece of pipe. And then you have to get a ball valve, and then you have to get like a 4 inch piece of 1/2 inch, or actually that could be 1/4 inch. I think that's 1/4 inch. 3/4 inch pipe. You just get a little 4 inch piece, so I think this could be 3 inch. And then all you do, we were just gonna get a ball valve that was as big as this lid, but they don't really make them at the place we went. They don't have them. But if you just get a 1 inch and then a ball valve, a 1/4 inch, 3/4, and then it's like a 1 inch by 3/4, and then a 3 inch by 3/4, and then a ball valve, and you hook those all together, that makes up. And then you just screw it right inside. There's threads on here. You just screw it right inside, and then you just fill up the barrel. The only problem is you can't get the barrel like absolutely full. I gotta go pull this hose out of the water. You can't get the barrel absolutely full because it's laying on its side. As you can see, it's not upright. But if you put it on a hill, like a little hill, it'll fill it up a little fuller than what it does on level ground. Anyway, and all you need to fill up this barrel, you could pull right up to your hydrant right here, frost-free hydrant, and just get a little tiny like 20-foot hose or 5 or 10-foot hose and fill it up. We just use a 50-foot and just drain it before we go to bed or something. We drain it at night. We just drain it, and then it's ready to go. And yeah, so basically this barrel costed like 25 bucks, and the straps and stuff probably costed like 5 or something. Not very much. So anyway, but it works pretty good. I mean, you don't have to use hoses. It's not as movable, or like it can't get into as tight of spots as a hose can. You gotta be able to fit the 4-wheeler, or like what I do is I use a I'll show you. I use a PVC pipe. I don't think I have one around here, but I just use a PVC pipe, like a 2-inch, and I just kind of slide it onto here, and then the water just shoots out, and it doesn't fit tightly on here, but it just goes on, and you're gonna have to position it so it doesn't just fall off. But I use a PVC pipe, and if I have to get into spots I can't get, or I just back up as close as I can, and then just turn on the valve. Anyway, I gotta go fill up the Colt's water. So I'll show that. I'll show you how I do that. Anyway. And another thing, this 4-wheeler almost cannot hold. Like if you look on the back, I'm gonna stop, and you look on this back, you can see the thing's like almost touching it there. And those springs are like pretty bent. So this water's heavy. Anyway, so it kind of lifts the front end up a little bit. So you can't turn very sharp. You kind of have to slightly turn the tires, and it will turn a little bit. So you can't turn very sharp, especially in snow and ice. Like as you can see, there's a bunch of ice on the ground. Shh, shh, shh. Come on, move it. You're gonna get hit by the gate if you don't. Not very scared of a 4-wheeler. You need to get out of the way, or you will get hit by the 4-wheeler. I filled up this water. This is the milk cow's water. I filled it up. Yeesh, am I skating? I filled it up, I think, 2 days ago. So like Saturday or something. Mabel used to be in here, the other milk cow, but she is not bred, and also she's just being mean to Destiny. And if I'm just gonna say right now, people are probably gonna say it's like not true, but I think Jerseys are stupid. The reason why is it might not be your Jerseys might not be stupid. Destiny is not that stupid. She's actually kind of a good cow, but like Mabel, she was sucking on Destiny's teats, and she was eating pine needles, and they shouldn't eat pine needles. She had unlimited feed, and she had minerals. The only time they should eat pine needles is when they're either lacking mineral, or they're just hungry, which she had unlimited food, and she had mineral. And then she was sucking on Destiny's teats, which Mabel's almost 2 years old. Well, she is 2 years old. I think she's almost 3 now. So, she shouldn't be doing that. Anyway. So, yeah. Mabel's just a kind of messed up Jersey, I guess. I don't know. But she has not been getting bred. And I know a lot of people have been having trouble with Jerseys getting bred. So, we're thinking we might switch over to Brown Swiss. We might keep Destiny and just get a Brown Swiss and test out the Brown Swiss. See how they do. If we don't like them, hopefully we'll get rid of them. Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them. So, Anyway, I'm just saying, I don't think a 2-year-old cow should be nursing on a milk cow. Well, on Destiny. It's like, why would you even, I don't know. Anyway, I'll go fill up the Colt's water. This is the horses. We're gonna see if that'll work. As you can see, I'm pretty far away from the water, like 4 feet or something. But if I come over here, there's a little piece of pipe right here. I just take this piece of pipe and hook it right up. And I'll turn off the fuller since I know it's a good spot. And one thing you have to do, which we might drill a hole in the top of this to fill up your waters, so then you can get it fuller and also sit in the air and you don't have to do this. You have to make, because water, it needs air, because you can see it's coming out very slow. Now I'm going to twist this. I'm going to twist it to like open it, and you're going to watch. That is going to get a bigger stream. Because air pushing down on the water makes it come out faster. So you see. And you can hear it right there. Kind of dripping out. So you'll probably want to, we might stick a little valve up here, somehow get it connected so then we can stick the hose in and it fills it up fuller and it gives it air without having to do this. But anyway, the colts are doing good. Right? We're gonna probably dump some wood chips, a little bit of wood chips in here maybe to keep their pen. It looks like he's eating poop, but they're just cleaning up their little hay. And also, did you know wild horses would eat their poop? Even, like, tame horses will eat their poop. Wild horses mostly eat their poop. Because they just eat it. Because they lived in the wild, so they know how to survive. Which these two, I think, are all somewhat wild. We haven't really been working with them that much. Because we've been busy hauling wood chips and the snow, and we killed all of our deer. Well, except Caden. Caden didn't get his deer this year because there's trespassers and there's a bunch of people down there, so I killed my buck, Coulter killed his buck, and Dad killed his buck. They're not like really big bucks, they're like meat bucks. They're already 4x4s. Mine was the biggest buck this year. All the bucks we killed, Coulter's, Dad's, and mine, were all 4x4s. So I think Coulter's, my brother, was the widest buck, and mine was the tallest, and somewhat, it was as wide as Coulter's, I guess. So anyway, I think mine has the most meat though, which that's what counts, is more meat. So we have to process the deer. We're letting them sit in the freezer for a little bit, and then we're going to start processing deer. And then we have 2 more pigs to process. Well, we actually have 3 to kill. We have Bubbles and Peanut, and then we have Big Mama P. You know Mama P, the one that gave me those 2 little Cooney piglets. We're gonna kill her because we tried selling her and no one wants her or Bubbles, so we're just gonna kill them and turn them into pork, sausage, pork chops, whatever we do with them. We mostly use pork sausage. We don't turn it into sausage. It's basically just a pig ground up with no seasoning in it. We mostly use ground up meat more than we use like pork chops, ribs, and that kind of stuff. Because we make pork and rice. It's basically just ground up pork, and get like rice, like a jasmine rice, or doesn't matter what type of rice, and then you mix it together and you put a little bit of it's kind of like soy sauce, but it isn't, and it's pretty good. You can put broccoli in it. It's kind of like a Chinese. We eat that a lot, and then we eat like burritos and other stuff. Anyway, yeah, but this water takes about a little bit. You can see it's about right here. And it's almost filled up this water. Once when this water's full, you can see that once when, I forgot his name. He's Lucas's horse. He's somebody else's horse anyway. That's our horse over there. But that brush pile right there, I'm going to move to that brush pile, what we tried burning. It did kind of burn, but it just died. It burnt most of the little sticks, and then all the bigger sticks were left, and I tried starting it again, but we didn't have any more diesel, and I didn't want to really waste the gas. So I'm just gonna huck all those little sticks in there, and then when we go to light it again, it would have nice little sticks instead of those big old logs, and it should catch on fire when you put some gas on it. So I need to get a tire ring over here for the salt so it gets off the ground. And we need to pick up branches. You got branches right here, and we got some branches in there. We got some logs in there too. Cowboy is his name, and he is the most wildest one. He doesn't really like people, as you can see. I'm like right here, there, like maybe 10 feet. And he's scared. I mean, he will come up to you. Anyway, but we got some logs back here. We're probably going to keep these logs, not burn them. But all these other little sticks and maybe like that little pole, we might burn. We do want to use some of the poles for like another corral fence like this. We're probably going to build another fence like this. Dad wants to move the round corral back up to the area, the flat up here. He wants to move it back up there, and he wants to build a wooden like chute that goes into it. So then these two horses will mostly get wooden fence, and they'll probably tie in because it'll probably come from that tree, and it'll come and hook up to here. How you doing? He's the tamest. You can just almost pet him. He's just still just a touch. Yeah. We're probably gonna have to stick a post in right in the middle somewhere, and then we just pull some logs this way, and they're probably gonna come all the way up because the round corral, that's the old feeder. I need to get that out of here. The round corral sits up here on this flat. So it's probably gonna come, and then it's probably gonna make a somewhat chute shape, and it's probably gonna come off of that tree and make a little funnel, so then they can come right up here. So then if we want to work with them, we can just, they don't have to get this round corral and that pen. They could have a wooden pen where we can trap them in, and then the round corral just sits here for until we want to work with them or do something. Then we just open up a little panel, just like we have right over there. As you can see, there's a panel over there. We just open up a panel just like that and let them into here and run them around and do what we want to do with them. Right? Yeah. I think his name's Skagway. Skag. I can't remember. Skagway. I cannot remember his name, but I'll have to ask the person who owns him what his name is. So, and then I have to remember it this time. Pretty sure his name's Skagway. Anyway, the water's almost full. The tank's about right here. And then you just shut it off. And I'm just gonna leave this pipe here because I don't really need a pipe this size for anything. So I'm just gonna leave it here. It works better for here. Anyway, yeah, I basically just wanted to show you this bow. It works pretty good. You just put 2 straps on it, and it looks good for if you don't want to use hoses and deal with the hassle of trying to drain a hose and all that other stuff. This works good for like, because the pig pen's like, maybe like 100 feet away, maybe more than that, like 150. It's pretty far away from the house, from the hydrant. So it takes quite a bit of hoses, and you have to drain all of those, and then it's like, So, it's better just to use this barrel. Even so, you take about, so a 300-gallon tank, it would take 2 of these barrels, I think, to fill up this, because they're 155, and that's 110. So take 2 of these barrels to fill up one of those. So, that's like 2, 4, 6, and then it takes like 4 down there, so like 10, I think. 10, and then it takes 1 for the pig pen. One full 55-gallon drum. It takes 1 for the pig pen. It just takes 1 of these to water all the pigs. So, for think about like 5 days maybe. I don't know. Depends if they tip it over or get it muddy and stuff. Then you have to wash it out. That water trough lasts those horses. Like if you just want to, don't fill it up until it's like empty. This will probably last them like a month, maybe less, maybe more actually. That water trough, there lasts these 3 horses about, I don't know, like a week, maybe. The big blue water trough lasts like a couple, like maybe 4 days. So anyway, and the milk cows drink a lot of water since they're producing milk. Anyway, I think this is going to be all for this video. I'm just shucking this post. Still solid, even so it's wet. Let's go shuck my post. The post I stuck in the ground. Still solid. I actually think it's solider than when we put it in. Probably because all the dirt compacted and settled or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm gonna probably start hauling some brush over there. You can see it. Probably start hauling some brush, and yeah. Anyway, hopefully you liked the water barrel or whatever you want to call it video. I'm gonna actually open this up. I'm gonna say one more thing. With this this ball valve, if you do not open it up and let the water drain out, this will freeze inside here, and then you have to dump hot water on it. I haven't had it happen because all I do is I just open it up like that and leave it open. I don't even have to close it, and then it works fine for I think the coldest we got was like 19 degrees. And it will kind of freeze, and you can just dump a little bit of hot water, and then it opens up. And it's fine again. Anyway. So yeah. But we got all of our bucks, and then I wanted to try tanning my buck hide. And we wanted to try to figure out how to make them into skull or European mount, whatever you want to call it, where you turn them into a skull with just the hongs on them. Because these bucks ain't that big, so we don't want, they ain't like really big bucks, and they ain't like a first buck. So is it really worth going to a taxidermist or a place to get them skulled? You have to pay $100 a skull, and if we can do it ourselves, then we can just do all these little bucks and skull them and stuff, and it'll save us some money, and we don't have to take it, and then we don't have to let them rot and stuff, and then we don't have to cut off the hongs either. We can see a skull, and then we can hang them up in our house and do whatever. We already have a lot of skulls in our house over the years. Anyway, hopefully you like this video, and please like, subscribe, and comment.